I can't promise you'll feel better after this, but I guarantee we'll talk about it, we'll laugh about it, and we'll go on with our day. So I recommend grabbing your favorite drink, grab your smokes, and let's hash this shit out. This is Talking at You, Season 2. Hello all. It's a sad, horrible day to be an American. There's no reason why that in our day and age, in our civilization, in America, that we need to lose 19 kids to a simple, stupid thing like guns. It's like we're a third world country. We're like a bunch of goddamn morons. Obviously, if some 18-year-old unstable son of a bitch is like, God damn, Texas, fucking get your shit together, guys. I mean, children mutilated by AR, double ARs. And for what reason? Because he was 18, he could buy the gun. That's unacceptable. That is totally unacceptable. I am all for gun control. I am all for gun rights. I mean, I'm a hunter. I love guns. Guns are, they're a necessity in life. They're a way to feed our family if times get tough. They're a way to defend our family if times get tough. But there's certain guns that are not necessary. Like an AR, fucking anything AR in it. You know what? It's just stupid. They're fun for target shooting. They're fun for, that's about it. That's what they're fun for. Anybody that goes out of their way to buy a gun because they think that someday they might have to use it against other humans, in self-defense. If that's your sole purpose to buy a gun, you are the goddamn problem. That is it. It's nothing more than to it. It's you're not using your God-given right, which that is not a God-given right, by the way, just so you God-fearing, whatever you people are, religious fanatics that believe in whatever cult you want to believe in. But it's a power for cowards. That's what it is. Guns are nothing but powerful tools for cowards that can't defend themselves in any other way. If you were bullied in school, if you had a hard time in school, if you had a bad childhood, your parents, whatever, they beat you up. It's like, gun is your answer. Gun is your sole power where you can shut anybody up. And that is the main reason you buy guns like that. Because, I'll tell you what, 30-30, go buy that. That's a great hunting rifle. You get 5 rounds. You got to load them up. After 5, you got to load it. So, there's not a whole lot of mass shootings with hunting rifles now, is there? No. Because why? Because they got to load them. And in the time of loading them, they get shot and gunned down and stopped. So there's a difference. There's a huge ass difference in guns. And the types of guns, sure. Nobody should be restricted from it. You want an AR? Sure. You got to go get training like a cop does. You got to go get training like a military does. You got to go get training. And then every year you should have to prove that you're qualified to hold that gun. You are stable and you have a career and you have a happy life and in a way that you will never turn on somebody. And that evaluation needs to be done. This isn't like a background check thing. So background checks are a waste of time. It's never going to work because I could get a background check, lose my job next year, this month. And I get so desperate that I hate the world, I start shooting people up. So you got to get evaluated. It's like if you have an assault rifle and you're not going to, that's the thing. It's like, even with the idea of evaluating people, they got to admit that they have the gun. So how do we deal with that? We got to make some way, some laws, some way standard that you cannot even buy the guns, the materials, anything. It's not even on the market, basically. You gotta get your name, I don't know, in the lottery or whatever the hell it is you gotta do. You gotta prove yourself that you're worthy of this gun. Because I guarantee you, the rights you think you have, you didn't earn them. If you're in the military, thank you for your service. You guys earned your rights to own those guns. Maybe some of you should still be psychologically evaluated, but so there's nobody, I don't believe there's anybody out there that's got a God-given right to a goddamn military grade rifle, whatever you want to call it. And I know it's not military grade because whatever, it shoots like 2 extra bullets. I don't know, but it's dumb. I mean, if anybody wants to sit there and argue why they need that gun, they don't. They do not need that gun. They don't need any gun that shoots more than 5 bullets at a time. If you're hunting, that's it. You have 1 to shoot the animal. You have 2 to maybe make a mercy kill if you don't shoot it right. And what the hell, a third one? I mean, a third one's even as unnecessary. I think, what the hell do you even need that for? I mean, 5 is like almost too much. Because what? If you don't shoot the first time, and you don't kill it the second time, should you even really own a gun? Because you obviously are retarded and you can't handle weapons. So maybe you shouldn't own that gun. But yeah, if you want to shoot 100 rounds, in a matter of minutes, seconds, whatever, but sure, you want to explain why that's necessary, have at it. Your best explanation is to defend your family. I'm pretty sure, unless an entire arsenal of army comes at your household, you can do it in 5 shots, just so you know. And then everybody's like, well, what if a government takeover, the military tries coming after everybody? It's like, this is how stupid people are. If the government wanted to shut us down and take our stuff and just annihilate us, we're not stopping that. They're not going door to door to, ask us for our guns. No. And they're not going to be going from neighborhood to neighborhood shooting everybody up. They got jets. They got all kinds of other technology that we don't have that. Even our little piss ass, little shitty little arsenal that we think we're so proud of in our basements. It's like, it's nothing. Because you might have 20 guns. You can only shoot 1 at a time. So if they kill you within that 1, guess what? You're going to lose. You're going to lose this battle no matter what. Because if they want you that bad, you're already dead. And they've taken your shit, okay? Your family's dead. And there's no burglars going to come into your house and you're going to sit there and unload an AR on it. It's like, if you are, you're fucking psycho. And you're the problem. The safest plan to get your family out of the house, let them rob the place, and everybody lives and everybody's alive. Where you want to go all Dirty Harry, and you won't because you're a fucking coward because you own a gun that is designed to kill people. Nobody that sits there, sleeps by their gun. If you're in a neighborhood that fucking scary, maybe you gotta move. Whatever. If you got to worry about that, like you're living in a fucking, I don't know, Iran, Iraq, it's like, what the hell, guys? That's fucked up. And you just need to, understand, guns are a great, awesome tool. Personally, I love blowing shit up. I love shooting things, but I don't need to take out the entire target. I can shoot 2 or 3 shots here and there, aim it up, make sure it's sightseeing, good for the deer kind of thing. If I got to buy a gun because I think that someday the government's going to overthrow me or my neighbor's going to come try to kill me, it's like, maybe there's other issues there other than, self-defense and guns. Maybe you ought to fucking move. How about that? But yeah, this whole Texas thing, you know what? This has got to be, this is like the biggest shooting since Sandy Hill. They massacred those children. This kid massacred those children. He stockpiled himself into a class and he just started destroying kids. To the point where they couldn't even be identified. 3rd, 4th graders, think about that. Maybe it doesn't happen to you, so you don't give a shit. Obviously, the politicians, the GOP, they don't give a shit because it didn't happen to their kids. I guarantee you within not even a doubt, that if this would have happened to Abbott's kids or any other GOP's kids, this would have been an issue. They would have been fucking shutting down guns. They would have knocked everything out of the park. And don't you think for a second that they will not flip on a gun if it hurts their family in any way. So, You can be a proud red-blooded American all you fucking want. But guess what being a red-blooded American is? It's taking care of your children, your family, having a career that you can earn a decent wage. The American dream is not guns and fucking killing each other. Just so you know. And that's what's being enabled here. When a school gets shot up and someone asks a politician, like that fucking deadbeat fucking loser Ted Cruz, it's like someone gets in his face and says, what about gun control, this and that? It's like, no, why wouldn't he even a little bit think about, well, maybe there's something that should be done. No, he fucking goes off I tell you what, this is retarded. I used to be a Republican. I'm not going to say I'm not going to be one ever again. This whole Trump thing, the Trumpicans, this is why our country's where it's at. Because everybody at some point in life decided that you could just free will whatever you wanted. It's like there was no consequences to your thoughts because you're a fucking Republican. It's like, no, that is not God-given American. That is ridiculous. And races matter. Women matter. Kids going to school, wondering if today's going to be the day my school gets shot. That matters. So if you're going to sit there and say that there should be no gun control, you're fucked up. You are the goddamn problem. And son of a bitch, obviously there's got to be gun control. No, we got plenty of people out there that don't know what the hell's going on, how to fix it. And if you could be 18, buy a gun, but you got to be 21 to drink, or 21, it's stupid. It's like our kids can buy guns before they're technically able to do anything they want as an adult. And that's stupid. These kids, they should not be able to do that because they don't have the mental capacity to own a gun like that, not get pissed off. I'll tell you a personal story. I had my hunting rifles when I was under 18 even. And, one time coming out of work, me and my friends had this fun game where, we'd water gun each other. And, I was having a bad night that night. They got me pretty good. I got pissed. And you know what? I went and grabbed the gun and I started hunting them down. I started looking for them. Luckily, I did not find them because I don't know what I would have done. And that was my mindset at that age. And I'll tell you, no one, even at 18, has a real clear mindset. What the fuck is going on in life? So there's got to be some kind of controls because I got a kid now. He's turning 4. He's going to school this year. I am scared to death. I don't think I'll ever put him in a public school because I don't know. Why should I? It's sad that I got to think that way, but I don't want him to think about that. And I tell you what, if someone gunned down my kid, the cops would not be a factor. I would be going to prison fast. I would be hunting down this kid, his family. I'd be hunting down everybody associated with what got this kid a gun to shoot my kid. And I would kill him dead. I'd kill him goddamn dead because they made it happen. I don't even care. I don't even know if you're allowed to say this shit online. You know what? Because there's people out there that own guns that don't deserve them. They didn't earn them. They didn't go to war. They weren't military. They weren't police. They weren't nothing. They're a bunch of coward, piece of shit people that were either bullied in life or can't defend themselves, or they're just scrawny ass weaklings that think the gun gives them power. And that is it. And that is the goddamn truth. That is it. Because anybody that wants to use anything, politics, religion's a fucking joke, whatever. But that's it. Gun control is nothing more than people that don't know anything. Because you can't look at what's going on in the world and say we're fine. Because you got all these other countries, third world countries, places that have no gun control, and the streets are riddled in bullets every day. Every day they're destroying each other. And this is what people want. It's like, what do you think's going to happen? You got a bunch of pissed off people with issues, people they hate, anxiety, all of this. And you just want it to be free will. They just kill whoever they want. But then you get to decide, well, they were wrong, but I'm right because I get to defend myself how I want, but they don't. So how's it better? How does someone not having a bad day at work, you piss them off and they decide you're worth killing, but you don't think they're worth killing, but you have the same experience and you think it's worth killing for? But no, it's not. I mean, unless someone has physically got a gun at your head, I mean, when are you going to pull the trigger? Are you going to pull the trigger when they knock on your door? Are you going to pull the trigger when they're assaulting your family? I mean, look at these people in Ukraine. This is why I'm for gun control particularly, because they are being attacked, and the same people in our country that are gun control are the same ones that are saying that Ukraine is batshit crazy and they should just conform to Russia. So I don't know, so we do need guns, but we don't need assault rifles, because you know what? Anybody that comes in your house, one person at a time comes in your house, you can shoot them with any gun. You can shoot them with a .22. I guarantee you'll probably deter them with a pellet gun, because nobody wants to get fucking hit with that either. I'll tell you from experience. But it doesn't take an assault rifle to stop somebody. And you want to say, well, there's no such thing as an assault rifle. It's an AR. It's named assault rifle. It's like, what the fuck do you want? That's what it does. It's made for assault purposes. I mean, there's no reason for a gun to shoot like that unless you want to kill mass crowds without having to reload real quick. So it is. Don't even deny it. Don't sit there and play dumbass. It's like, and if you got to go out there and go black market and buy your parts for this gun, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? I mean, seriously. If it's that hard to get, maybe you shouldn't have it. It's common sense. You're getting it because you're telling you not to. And I mean, I guarantee if I storm your house, are you going to get to that gun before I get to you? Maybe, maybe not. But if I get your gun before you get it, I mean, what do you need? You're going to give the burglar your gun to kill your family with? I don't know. Because there's really nothing to an AR to shoot it. Anybody can do it. A 5-year-old can pick it up and start shooting the damn thing. But hunting rifles, they take some skill. You actually got to be able to understand how the hell to even rack it. It's like, so it's just dumb. Anybody that defends guns, they only got a mediocre understanding of them, because I don't know. It's just, I don't want to be coming off like I don't want people to have guns. It's like, we need guns. Our nation was founded on guns. Our Constitution is written on a different time. Because you got to think about it. Our system was written during the musket ages. Where basically they were muskets. They were 30-30s. They were guns that took time to load. They didn't write these constitutions like the Second Amendment. They didn't write these for assault rifles for civilians. They didn't write these for war combat. It was not ever designed for that. That is not what it is. It's an amendment. It's the Second Amendment. And you don't think there's going to be another amendment on this? It's going to happen. Your guns are never going to get taken away. But I guarantee you there will be an amendment. And it's going to be a good one. It's not one anybody should ever argue, because it's our children. We got so much going on in America. Like, America is the worst. We are the worst country for this. No one understands it. It's like everybody else is like, yeah, well, other countries are shooting each other up too, but they're shooting each other up for religious beliefs. They're shooting each other up for just decades, centuries old wars. I mean, they're still fighting these. It's like, we're past that. This is goddamn America. It's like, we don't have civil war anymore. We don't have any reason to be shooting each other. I mean, we get to sit in our little world here and pretend like everything's fine. So this is nothing more than a bunch of cowards. It's cowards shooting each other because they can't defend themselves with their fists. They can't defend themselves with their minds. They can't defend themselves any productive way other than just going right for the maximum control. And yeah, I guarantee you put a gun in someone's face, you're going to own them for a little while. But you put that gun down, they will destroy you. They will destroy you mentally, physically, everything else, because you are not whatever. I'm going to say you're not a man, you're not a woman, you're not anybody that's really worth living, because you can't do nothing. So don't even sit there and pretend like you've got these guns and you're all powerful, because you're not. Without those guns, you're just a weak, pathetic human being that has nothing to offer the world. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just jacked up. You see all these shootings, these kids, either they're buying the guns or they're getting their guns from their insecure parents that have taught their children insecure ideas. Because battered kids, insecure kids, kids that don't have self-esteem, kids that can't handle anxiety, kids that can't anything, comes from their parents. Because they didn't have parents that could lay down a law. They didn't have parents that could do anything, because they were useless human beings that made children that shouldn't have been making children. So, I don't know. I mean, what other area can we go with this? I mean, you got the government telling you we don't want gun rights, but get our gun control. But guess what? That is a scare tactic. Just like the Bible's a scare tactic, everything in politics is a scare tactic. The Republicans, they're going to always run with gun control because they know that hits both sides. And I don't think there's ever going to be a time in our life where guns are going to be taken away. Now, I don't think that certain guns shouldn't be monitored, not taken away. No gun ever should be taken away because they are fun. Anybody that does it as a recreation, a sport, that is great. Because guns are something you should know how to use. Because in a situation where, I mean, the fall of the world, who knows when it's going to happen? I'm sure it's going to happen someday. I'm not saying you got to own the guns, but you might come down to a situation where, I don't know, if you find a gun or if you in a situation where you take down a guy that has a gun, it'd be good to know how to use the gun he's got. So, all I'm saying is we need to do something. And anybody can sit there and bitch and moan that, well, we got to control, we got to stop guns. That's not the answer. And we got other guys who say that we can't stop guns. They're our God-given right. They're our right constitutionally. It's like, sure, but at what point do we got to sit there as a society and say, maybe this has gotten a little out of control. Maybe we got to figure out a way to do this that may not 100% work. I mean, like I said, there's never going to be a way you can 100% take guns off the market. You're going to still criminals. If we don't have them available, overseas is going to have them available. People are going to get the guns. But if you have laws and regulations in place, you can definitely limit who has the guns. Basically, it's just the really bad people have the guns at that point, which we can work with that a little better than every single person. Because now we got bad people, we got criminals, we got people with high anxiety, people with self-esteem issues, people with just had a bad day, people that lost their jobs. Like, we got all of that people, those people. And there's no age group. We got little kids shooting people, we got older people shooting people, we got 18-year-olds shooting people. There's no perfect solution, but there's got to be some kind of something. And because doing nothing, that's all there is doing nothing. That's the solution to that. When you do nothing, that's it. Nothing happens. When you do something happens. I mean, at least something, even if it's 10% less shootings, isn't that, I mean, that's a pretty big number. If you look at the numbers we got. I mean, just today alone, like I said, we got 18 children. Do you know what that means? Especially out of Texas, 18 children. That's, who knows, if you even divide that in half, that's 9 kids that could have been a governor or the future president or somebody that could have made a huge difference in our life. They're dead now, and we'll never know. So it's messed up. I mean, there's families. I mean, we've seen the news. It's like they had to get DNA swabs because they couldn't even recognize what this insane fucker did to their child. I mean, think about it. I mean, maybe none of you care because you don't have a kid this age, which makes you a cold-hearted bastard and you're the problem. But can you imagine you sent your kid to school that day and they were obliterated by bullets. Just destroyed. Your fun, happy-go-lucky little kid had nothing else to do with his day but come home and watch fucking whatever show you argued about. I mean, seriously, come on, god damn it. Just take 5 seconds to just put yourself in that scenario. I mean, these kids, these families are completely ruined. And they did nothing but live their day to the enormous they could with what we had to work with. And they had to trust. They had to trust that the system was going to work for them. And it failed. It failed miserably. In a school system that should have been protected. Why in God's name? I mean, I take that back. Not in God's name, because that's where you fucking go wrong. But why? Why can't we do, you know what? Michigan, they do this. I mean, we're kind of fucking militia. It's like, if the world is ever going to come to an end, Michigan's the first state that's going to step up. Because we're actually trained for this shit. But a place like Texas, how do you not have a school system that has radar detectors? How do you not have a system for guns? How do you have not a system that prevents this? Because they're too fucking worried about their rights in politics. They're worried about losing this and that. It's like, I mean, you're in the caveman area in fucking Texas. You don't even got a fucking power grid that works. But you can sit there and it's like, bitch and moan because whatever reason, people don't want to give you an assault rifle to shoot your deer 500 times in a minute. It's like, what the hell? This is all in government. This is all on the leaders of these areas that this happens to. They had full control to stop this. Anybody in the Senate and any local government, anybody that doesn't have a way to stop this should not be doing their job. This is your job to stop this. Your job to protect our children when they go to school. That's totally it. It is their job, not to give our teachers guns. Fuck you people. That is not our teacher's responsibility to have to shoot somebody. That is not their job. That is your job to make them not have to shoot somebody. So get this shit straight, because our kids need help. They need help mentally. They need help physically. They need help. Our children need help to be children again. And I don't even know. I mean, to me, it sounds so simple. How hard is this, really? What are these people are so worried about losing a vote, losing their livelihood, they might actually get a fucking real job again someday. It's like, take that chance. You're there for a purpose. And if you're not there for any other purpose than saving the children, keeping them safe, then what the hell is your purpose? It's like, us adults will figure it out. We got things. We're okay. We're good. But everybody that every place this happens to, their government failed them miserably, and every single one of them should be voted out. Every single one. I don't care, Democrat, Republican. If you didn't fight until the end of your career, if you didn't risk your career to fight for saving this kind of stuff, then you don't need your job. Because no one gives two shits if you're out there for whatever reason. I mean, everybody's out there having all these stupid fundraisers and stuff. It's like, who cares? You know what? We got scientists working on diseases. They can handle that. We don't need our politicians working with that stupid stuff. They're there to do the big ticket items. So it's like, keep our bridges going, keep our roads going, keep our children safe, keep our schools open. What the hell else are you responsible for? Keep our stores open. It's like, but do it safely. Don't be just a bunch of dumbasses. It's like, well, you're not going to take my right to have a parade or go to a hotel or go to a fucking restaurant. Like, that is low priority. All right, so get your shit in order, people. Cause you got a lot of people coming up in the ranks here. They're going to be making changes, and you're just going to have to step aside and see what the hell you did wrong. And I think that's what needs to happen. We need to have like just a mass flood of people running for president, a mass people running for governor. It's no longer a world where you got to be anything anymore. If you stand strong and you're got all the right things going on, and you feel that you can make a change, run for office, do it. We should have 100 people running for governors. We should have hundreds of people running for president. We should have an insane amount of people doing this stuff, not just what the Republicans and the Democrats decide what is good for their party. Screw those people. Obviously, these parties are the problem. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, guys. I mean, take time to actually just think about it. Gun control is just gun control. It's not taking away guns. Why does everybody always assume as soon as they hear gun control, oh, they're taking away our guns. Oh, 2A. It's like, well, what's 2A? Well, I don't really know, but they're taking away our guns. It's like, well, you don't get to say it because you're a fucking idiot. So anybody that doesn't know the entire Constitution doesn't get to say anything about 2A. How about that? Because if you can't recite every single amendment, you don't get to pick and choose the one in the certain verses that sounds good to you. Because you're a damn idiot. And you're making the world worse. You're making everything 10 times harder on people trying to do a good job and make a change in this world. So yeah. So there you go. I mean, name of the podcast, Talking at You. I talked the shit out of you just now. So I'm going to keep going with these. I was going to start toning it down, do more feel good stuff because all you sensitive ass GOP people can't fucking take a, but you know what? Take a fucking bullet. It's like, you gotta list. Damn. You lost 19 kids out of your population out of one city. Wake up. Wake the fuck up. Because you're going to lose more. It's going to keep happening. This doesn't just happen one time. There's copycats. It's going to keep going. So, vote. Vote for, what's his fucking name? Beto. I think that's his name. I think, whatever his name is. I'm not from Texas. I mean, I'm born in Texas, so there's that. I used to brag about it. I don't brag about it as much anymore because it's goddamn embarrassing. So yeah, if you want to make change, vote your change. The current government you got now is not going to ever work. So yeah, let it go. And that's it. So if you don't like this, fuck, I don't give two shits. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. I'll debate all day long. And we'll go back and forth. I guarantee I'll be right. So, and if you prove me wrong, then damn it, you must have some damn good facts. So check me out on Facebook. Check me out on, TikTok's not really worth anything, but I'm there. And all the sites, not TikTok, but Twitter. I'm on there all the time, giving my 2 cents on this bullshit. So, yeah, I don't even care. It's like, just get your voice out there, get heard. Maybe you ought to talk to yourself first and see how it sounds to you. Maybe put yourself in the mind that if my kids died today from school shooting, what would I do? If you don't have kids in school shootings, you don't get to say. You don't get a fucking say about anything. If you can sit there and look at what's going on in the news and say, well, we need more guns and they're not taking my guns away, you're the problem. You're the goddamn problem. Anyways, so there you go. Talking at you. Either subscribe if you want to hear more of this bullshit and complain, or subscribe if you think any of that makes sense, because it's an opinion site. That's all it is, and that's all it ever is going to be, and all it ever was. It's a free speech, and if you want to infringe on that, there's something else you can fucking talk about. You don't like my speech? You're not American. How about that? So I'm gonna sign out now. So talking at you. Check me out. Rob at talkatU.com. Email that if you want. And if you find me online, check me out. But all right, later. Bye.